Back in the day when I started growing succulents, IDing the exact name seemed a lot easier. These days there are so many hybrids and cultivars I can hardly keep track. They come in so thick and fast, some even don't have a name, they are just a number. To add to the confusion, a lot of succulents are mislabeled in nurseries or garden centers and many don't even come with a name. It's also not uncommon for names to change or a nickname being added. Some succulents have a scientific name, which is the genus followed by species or parent species in case of hybrids, and a multitude of names made up by people based on characteristics. For instance, this is Echeveria elegans, which is a species native to Mexico. It is also known by other names such as the Mexican snowball, Mexican hen and chicks, white Mexican rose, or Mexican gem. And because plants often mutate, one Echeveria elegans may look slightly different to another. They can have varying thickness or length of leaves, for instance, but they are still both Echeveria elegans. Some growers and sellers have also started naming their mutants in hopes of simply selling more without going through the proper naming process. The world of succulent names can be a bit of a wild west, and finding out the correct name may prove difficult. And you may well not be able to find out what the name is, but there are ways you can try. In this video, we'll have a look at 5 easy ways that should help with identifying your nameless succulents. Typing in the characteristics of a plant into Google search and then trolling images is a method I use very often. Let's try one together. We'll do this succulent, which is not that difficult and many of you already know what it is, but the method can be applied to any plant. I usually start with the shape and colors. Here we have red, green and yellow rosette. Put in as much info about the succulent as you can. You can scroll through the results as well, but I'm going to head straight to images. Now we'll just scroll in hopes of finding an identical image or a close result that will give us clues about at least the genus this succulent comes from. I spy a plant that looks pretty similar in shape, but the colors are wrong. Conveniently, there's name on the image which says Aeonium starburst. This tells me my plant could potentially be from the Aeonium genus. But let's keep scrolling further, just in case there's a better match. This plant looks similar as well, but we'll go further. It's not unusual to not find a match, so we'll go back to the image above. We'll click on it and see what comes up. I see one that looks like a better match, so let's see more results. This is more like it. The results just keep getting better. I'll just start clicking on images that look like a good match to see if I can get even better result. You can also visit the website if there's no visible name. So let's do that. And bingo, we have a match. To me, this is a really good likeness and we now have a name that we can investigate further. I'll open up a new tab and write in Aeonium Mardi Gras. Now, there's a bit of a variation, and this is very common as succulents will change the way they look based on their growing environment and season. Also, some images can be labeled incorrectly. But lots of these images look very much like my plant. At this stage, I'm pretty confident I found my succulent. All of these plants I circled look almost identical to the plant in my photo. Mardi Gras will change color and shape during the year and is likely to look just like all of these plants at some stage. One of the quickest and most convenient ways to ID the more common types of succulents and other plants are phone apps. The apps are very good but not always accurate and may have trouble IDing newer hybrids or uncommon succulents. I've seen some of my customers use them on my plants when I'm selling at the markets, and the results are correct about half the time. They are pretty good at getting the genus right though, so this may at least give you a starting point when doing the Google image search. All of the apps I saw are also not free. The cost is usually not that high and many are around $2 to $4 per month, which is way less than a cup of coffee these days. But there are some pretty pricey ones, so do be careful when you accept their free trials. Another good but not perfect way of IDing succulents is web apps or ID websites. They are pretty similar to the phone apps, though they seem to be free. You can access them through your browser and simply upload an image. Let's try the Echeveria affinis Black Prince. And that is a pretty impressive result. Let's do a few more. I think Aeonium Samba is next. The first name is not correct, but the second one is. It's kind of lacking a bit with good photos, but otherwise not bad. It definitely got the genus right in every result. Let's try an Agave univitata quadricolor. And again, the result is very good. This Agave is a hybrid, so I didn't expect to get the quadricolor right. And last one, Echeveria benbadis. And here it's a miss. The genus is right, so it gives you a starting point for image search at least. All in all, this is a great way to get at least the genus right, but as we've seen, there's a good chance you'll quickly find the full name as well. Many of us have a Facebook account, which makes it super easy to join plant ID groups. The best thing is that you can find groups that are specifically for succulents. As a bonus, you will meet quite a few like-minded people who will be happy to share growing tips and advice. If you can, join a few. The higher number of members, better the chances of getting accurate IDs. If you're starting to collect succulents and want to know the names, getting familiar with what different types are called will help you spot what is what. For instance, I can now identify the genus a succulent comes from almost 100% of the time, and in some instances can tell what the parents are when I see a new hybrid. It may seem hard, but anyone can do it. Although some genera are incredibly vast and have plants that don't look all that similar, most will have common characteristics. My next video is going to be about different succulent genera, what the common features are and how to tell which is which. So if you're interested, stay tuned. And that's it for today. I hope this video was useful, and if you'd like to add something to this video or ask a question, you can leave a comment below. To learn more about succulents, you can hit the subscribe button or go to our website succulentgrowingtips.com. Thank you very much for watching.